Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we've got a creator we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the past, and this being the 7th is also a request map because Tuesday is request day. Now, of those 7 reviews, only one of them has gone past the 9-star pass mark, which, to be fair, did actually get a full maximum score for gameplay potential. And today's map has got a little gameplay potential tweak popped into it to make it a little bit more playable. But why am I not going to like it? Let's get onto that a little bit later, but before we have a look at the map, I've got a daily reminder for you. You know what to do. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Waystation by ehsnils, or ehsnils. I'm not quite sure how that works, but let's go with ehsnils. The thumbnail's interesting. Shall we say interesting? I think interesting is a fair comment. There's your start square. It's a desert map. It's quite bland, but that can be okay. It can be okay. Terrain heights are kind of flat, which makes it kind of bland, but that can be okay as well. The resources are mostly along the centre of the map, and that is definitely okay. I think we can say that is okay. And the fishing industry, if you have Sunset Harbour, you want to do some fishing, is actually quite interesting. So I think there's credit on that one. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Also natural disasters for a little asset that you can only get via that DLC. Then you get catenary replacer with a couple of settings there. A few trees, quite a few trees and grasses as well, which actually surprises me looking back at it. And there is a one-click collection, which is right here. The Theme Mixer 2 is in operation, which the theme, which is the Waystation theme, is based around the Nemesis. Have we got frozen screen there? Let's try that again. The Nemesis theme, and also the Nemesis LUT is listed there, as you can see right at the top of the page. The thing is, a Theme Mixer 2 loads in the vanilla European LUT. So that's what I've gone with, because you mix a theme and you include the LUT within the theme mix. So I went with that one. And so that's just the way it is today. And yeah, just a few things to subscribe to along there. In fact, there's a few things that I didn't see, but I didn't really go looking for, because any obvious feature areas I try and focus on, but if it's not obvious, maybe I just do a quick flyover. I didn't really notice, all those props regarding cows and tractors and stuff like that. Pretty much didn't see them. They're probably there. You'll probably see them all. I was probably blinded to them. Anyway, yes, we have we've reviewed them 6 times in the past. Episode 640, 784, 831, 1002, 1044, and 1117, where they got 7, 8, 9, 9, 11, 9 in that order in terms of total number of stars by me at the end of the show. The highway standards are actually pretty good. Okay, I have no complaints about the standard highway. There's no jinky jankies. There's no wandering away from obvious routes. We have actually a very sensible route here and a very nice big old bridge. That's a solid big old bridge. See, this is the thing. Always look for things that you can find something good to say about, because I know in the comments there's always somebody, and it'll be somebody today as well, that will go, oh, this is, and then reel off a whole load of reasons why they wouldn't want to play the map. I want to see reasons why you would. Okay? We can always knock a map down. Like the map is kind of boring and disinteresting. This leads down to the start square, so it's kind of your start square intersection. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Look, a dirt track to get started. You can make a story into this, and the map doesn't rely on this dirt track. You'll be pleased to hear. So that is good news as well. But yes, the map is kind of bland and disinteresting, and we've seen desert maps that are far more busy and complex in terms of biome than what we have here. But this is fine. This is going to suit some people that want a desert map absolutely beautifully. It might not suit you beautifully, and if that's the case, find something that you like about the map and comment a nice thing about that. Because this is the sort of map that will, well, it almost encourages in some ways compared to another, say, yesterday's map, which was highly detailed and had 150 hours ploughed into it, and is a beauty of a map. Don't get me wrong, it is a beauty of a map. Compared to that, this map today is a little bit bland. Well, live with it. Find something you like about it and be a nice person. And actually, there might be something you love about it, something you might steal from the map. If there's that, tell me. I want to see, because personally there's nothing I'm going to steal, but there's certainly some good stuff to talk about. Let's get to the start square. Start square is right there. Plenty of buildable space, I would say, there. And we'll have a look at the gradients a little bit later on. Then we have the rails. The catenary replacer is in operation today. I remembered to do it. And we have on these the Expo, I do believe, these the catenaries on this particular map. Also, we've got a mod in here which will control the rail traffic. Bear that in mind. So where you have these single lines, there is a mod that will force the trains to stop and wait for the single line track to be free before the next train can enter. Yes, you'll upgrade it. And hey, listen, it's all about making a city. When you're doing a city, you put down your opening roads, and then you get traffic flow problems, so you upgrade them and you put in a stronger intersection, maybe drop down a few roundabouts or whatever. You will upgrade your city as you go along, and that is the case here. So where we have the single line of rail coming along here with passing points, notice passing point right there, this is fine, because especially as we have the mod in operation, this will allow for this train line, while not being the most efficient, will still work. It's not going to completely clog up and be unusable. At least I don't think so. I've not tested it, but certainly reading the description of the mod, which was Bloody Penguin, of course, it was Bloody Penguin. And that's what I learned from that one. It's a mod I didn't even know existed, so I've learned something today myself. Right, we'll take an intermission in a few moments. We'll come back and check for the shipping. I see ships, so there's definitely shipping, water flow, and then we'll have a look for that gameplay feature that I'm not keen on, whatever that is.
Do you have trouble knowing how to start a new city? Do you need to return to the absolute basics just this once? Don't worry, I won't tell. Then you need BonBonB's Beginner's Guide to Your First City. Click the information button now.
And so back to Way Station by ehsnils and the shipping routes. So yeah, we have a shipping route. It goes around the island. I can imagine they're going straight through the island. There's many a better map than this. I think better is probably the wrong word, but many a more complex map than this that would have the shipping route going right through that island. So I know it's a silly thing to talk about, but yes, thank you very much. And also, notice how high this bridge is. It allows vanilla shipping to go underneath without clipping. There are lots of things to talk about which are positive. I'm being stern because I know there's going to be someone in the comments, if I don't, who won't find a nice thing to say. Water flow. Look, spawn points down here, forcing water to come down this river. It's almost good. Okay, this isn't the gameplay thing I'm talking about. It's almost good. As we come down, further down the river, it slowly but surely tapers down and down. Well, I think the answer here is to actually block off, dam off with like just a thin strip of land around the edge. Oh, we do have water facilities in place, by the way, including this little bit of drainage thing going on here with that little asset from natural disasters. But yes, I would have blocked off the water at one end to force it to go down that river. I think that's the route I would have taken. Yeah, the resources down the river, very bold and strong. The vanilla European theme's a little bit greener than the Nemesis LUT. That's what word I was looking for, actually, LUT. So the LUT we're using is a little bit greener than the Nemesis one, but I'd say part of the theme mix, and so that's what I went with, and that's what we have. Even though it does come down, it was one of those borderline things as to what I should do. Right, okay, we've got a little bit of a rock outcrop there. Not sure why. But we have some dead forest. It's a desert, and this forest is dead. So, yeah, something obviously got into those trees and polluted them or something. If this was my city, I'd be able to do that without the help of some custom trees. I'd just kill them anyway by putting the factory in the middle of them. This is cool, actually. I know this is intended to look like an oil slick, but this does look to me very much oil slicky. And so, credit for that one. Not so sure about the Essential Lighthouse. The Essential Lighthouse. I'm not so sure about that there because, really? This one down here, we've got the little island down here. This one, yeah, the Essential Lighthouse down here, I can see a point to that one because, well, we've already seen our shipping route could easily have gone through it. Then we got a little Harbour Master cottage and a little pier. It's not really a bonbon island, but it's the right sort of shape, so we can go for that. Like the texturing in the dunes going up here, and little patches of trees, etc. A little bit of tree brushing, and they do kind of go with the shape of the terrain as well, so there's credit there. And we even have a little oasis up here as well, again with a rock outcrop, not quite sure why, but hey, listen, it's there, and that kind of works. Okay, that kind of works too. Right, let's have a look at this feature. Right, now those of you that have had a look at Bonbon Island will know that I've got the same feature in my particular map. And hey, listen, that feature, I'm not saying it was stolen or borrowed. This was probably created while I was making my map. So what do I know? A little bit of detailing there, apparently in America. And then we go underground. And then we have a highway system that runs right along with the rail on the right hand side, that runs right the way across the middle of the map and links in underground in the start square area, where we have just a way of bypassing that dirt track, which is it's an added gameplay feature, which means that if you want to do it this way, you can. It's all set up. The problem for me is, it just doesn't work. It goes all the way off the edge of the map, and I will show you why. Won't be able to show you the exact line of the start square and such, but here we go. So this is where our highway and rail come in, about here. But the start square is actually over about here. So neither one of the two will actually, there you go. We could always do an underground connection from there, so that is always possible. But these two ready-made ones, well, the rail is kind of in the second tile, but the highway, well, that's actually going to be in the third tile. You have to buy, diagonally to get to that one. It's just the positioning of those two underground intersections that are just not working for me. What does work for me, of course, is a little song. Join me. Everybody's favourite factory. And the start square looks perfectly flat. It's sloped, and that's fine. It's not dreadful. It's going to add some elevation, so you can do some tiering. How about that? No tears over this one. It's a beauty of an asset by a map maker that they let me know in the comments that they're concentrating now on making assets. And I thought, ooh, well, we're going to check out one of your assets. This was the last map that I reviewed of theirs, which was several weeks ago now, but it was always on my to-do list. Yes, CHECO MX, everybody's favourite Mexican creator. I don't know any other Mexican creators, which makes them my favourite. Also makes them my least favourite Mexican creator, because I don't know any others either. They are unique in my eyes. Yeah, Old Navy. It's apparently a United States chain. I think it's a clothing store. And we've got an Army and Navy surplus over here in the UK, so maybe it's similar. I don't know. Factoids, because factoids. More fish and chips are sold at the Labour Party conferences in the UK than those held by the Conservatives. I think it also goes to say that probably more venison is sold at the Conservative Party conferences than at Labour. I would imagine. Labour Party being more of a working class party. Old Navy by CHECO MX today's. It's a very nice asset of the day. Good work, CHECO MX. I'm actually very, very impressed by that. And you should be very, very impressed as well by the opportunity to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Apple, Gmail, or a Patreon account. What do I think of today's map? Okay, I think the weakest part of the weakest aspect of the map is the aesthetics. I get what they were trying to do. It's just very bland, even though. And I can't give it a 3rd star. I want to. I like being generous if I can, but I just can't see a 3rd star here. So I'm going to go for a high 2. It's not ugly. It's just lacking any real massive you know what I mean? You know? Yeah. I'm glad you do. I don't. Detailing. It's okay. It doesn't quite scream brilliance, but it's okay. I'm going to go for a lowish 3 stars because it's okay. It's fine. Gameplay potential. It's just missing out on a few tricks. This could easily have fell into 4 stars, but it's missing a few tricks. So I'm going to go for a lowish 3 stars on this one. It's playable. It's playable and it's interesting. Way Station by ehsnils. I didn't even focus on what the way station area was, but I'm sure there is one in there. I was too busy trying to work out where the depth of the map was. It's a very shallow map. I think that's the way I would describe that one. It just lacks any depth. Oh dear, I'll get out before I shoot myself in the foot here. Back to the top, and your chance to use the word of the day into the comments to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite, the elite class of people that makes it to the last 20 seconds of the show. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching.